Hey everyone, it's Kat.
I'm Amber.
And we are
Wandering to Black Lesbian Expats.
And today, we are one of the fortunate ones in Da Nang who were COVID-19 tested. So yesterday we received notice via text that they were testing everyone. We'd already seen some articles on it. They're going to be testing everyone. And that our day would be Monday. So we prepared. It was going to be from 7:30 to 11:30
a.m.
Yeah. And unfortunate for us, it was going to be right across the street. So we got up early this morning at 7 o'clock, got dressed, hit the door, walked across the street, and guess what? We were not the only ones who thought to be there at 7:30 on the dot. There was already a line, and I'll show you some of that beautiful bean footage to show you how many people were there at 7:30. And they're heading out to get tested this morning. First thing in the morning, 7:30. They are mandatorily testing all foreigners in Da Nang. And we are up. Let's do it. Do this. It is still quiet and denied. We're not the only ones. Hamburger goes in. There's a line already. Honey child, they is tight at of who's in line. We're sitting and waiting. People are throwing out paperwork. The bugs are taking over. There's 3 staging areas. It's a little bit before 9 now, so it didn't take as long, but there was a steady crowd behind us.
Yes.
And it was an interesting experience. Americans, we're used to queuing, right?
Yeah.
We're used to lining up. And I think
it was a hot mess.
I wouldn't say it was a hot mess. It was a learning process. Mm-hmm. They learned as the morning progressed. So by the end of the morning, by the time we I think we had figured out the system. So if you go tomorrow, if you're scheduled for tomorrow, it should be an easy day. But this morning there was a lot of line jumpers. There was a couple of fights. I got some of that footage. Not fisticuffs, but verbal.
Folks was just cutting up.
Yeah.
They was hungry. They was hangry. It was too early and no coffee.
Right. So, and it's hot, and the bugs were out. So yeah, it was an interesting morning. So they did 2 tests. blood test, and the nose swab. And they tested everybody, including the boy. And the blood test, it was pretty quick and painless. Actually, probably one of the easier pricks I've ever had in my life, in my opinion.
Not for me. They had to keep trying me because it wasn't working. She couldn't get the right vein. So
yeah, I'm a veiny girl, I guess, because I squeezed a couple times. Because I know I've given blood. I used to give blood quite often in my job. One of the jobs I had, so I just got used to giving blood. We do blood draws a lot, so I know you got to squeeze your fist a little bit before they pull it, and it was easy peasy. So then they did the nose swab. And that was uncomfortable, very uncomfortable.
yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that, again, but we probably will. And then they did mouth swab for some kids. There were some babies there, like under 6 and things. So, but we got tested. Now, what if they're really going to run the test? I don't know. Will it look good that they did the test? Yes. So I don't know. I don't know what this means for us. I don't know if it means that we can safely travel throughout the country. I don't know if this means that restrictions in Da Nang will change. I don't know what any of this means, but it means for us that we actually did the test.
Well, hopefully it means that they determine if, people really don't have COVID, maybe cases are really going down, and they'll let us out of lockdown. Hopefully, that'll be one result of this. We'll see.
The funny thing is that they're testing, supposedly the ruling that came out was they were testing all the foreigners. There's supposedly 2,100 foreigners in the city of Da Nang. But there were a lot of locals being tested today, or they look like locals.
Right. I wasn't sure because I think some of those people could have actually been from other countries. I heard somebody refer to some Korean people too. So they might have been foreigners, or at least from out of town. Maybe not from Da Nang.
But they kicked everybody out of Da Nang who didn't have an address here. Back when all the tests came back, when everybody started positive. I mean, when everything ramped up, they kicked everybody out. That's what those 80,000 flights were. So if you live in another city in Vietnam, you get kicked out essentially. So, and we're gonna be here. I don't see us coming out of quarantine before September, definitely. And I'd be really surprised if we come out by October. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm hoping that they're testing so that they can really see if there's COVID among the foreigners here or whatever, and that they'll let us out of lockdown. I'm just hoping.
What's really interesting about that though is that everybody who was tested, who showed up as positive when all this started, was a local, it wasn't a foreigner.
True.
So
right.
I don't know why they're testing foreigners.
Right.
Because nobody outside of the people who they're letting in on Vietnamese business visas have been able to come or leave the country.
Right.
So technically, we should be okay, unless you come in contact with someone. Who knows who or what that may have been.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, maybe there's no telling. It's interesting so far. I mean, even when they're, the way they've been making sure that people are staying in and stopping people who they've seen out. I haven't even really seen that happening with foreigners too much, but I think it's because the foreigners aren't congregating the way a lot of Vietnamese are. So we're just kind of in and out, doing what we have to do. So I don't know why there would be an issue among the foreigners, but I guess they have to look fair.
Right.
Yeah, make it look fair at least. They're testing everyone.
And I'm okay with that. I'm telling you, I was on board with no problem. They said a mandatory test. We jumped up. Like I said, went out. There's confusion on the testing. I'm just a little bit worried. I didn't know we were going to give blood either. I just assumed that it would be a nose swab. I didn't realize it was going to be blood as well. So I wasn't too comfortable with that.
Yeah. Didn't feel sanitary. It didn't feel hygienic.
As hygienic as it could be.
No.
But hey, we did what we have to do, and that's what we did.
Yep.
And now we wait. Supposedly within 3 days, if you test positive, they're going to reach out to you and probably quarantine you. But we haven't had a symptom at all. We've been self-isolating for weeks now, and before even that, we really weren't. We were out in Da Nang, but we were still with each other and not hanging with too many people. We went out to dinner, to lunch one time with a group, but I think that was like the only time we've really been with a group of people since we've been in the country since March.
Right.
So we've been doing what we're supposed to do to stay healthy. Amber's forcing vitamins on everybody. Only thing we're worried about now is a little bit of mental health, making sure that we stay positive, staying entertained a little bit in the house, and working. Yeah, working. So we're doing good. I guess it's a COVID-19 update in Da Nang. Life is good. We are still on lockdown. We got tested today, and we shall wait and see what happens.
We'll let y'all know.
Yeah, other than that, it's okay. Hope you guys are doing good out there. I'm Kat.
I'm Amber.
And we are Wandering Sioux Black Lesbian Expats. See you
Make
next
sure you
time.
like and subscribe, y'all.
Oh, that's right. Do all that. Like, subscribe, follow, share. Leave a comment below. Tell us what you think, what you want us to talk about, all those things. Again, I am Kat.
Amber.
And we are Wandering Sioux. Peace and love, y'all.